Hello, this is Scholar Shaft doing some math. Today we'll be working on geometric rotations. A rotation is a transformation that turns the plane through a given angle around a given point, or you can say it's a turn around a center point. But basically, all we're doing is, take an object, a cup, spin it around, it's rotation. Flip it upside down, it's rotation. Angle of rotation. We are rotating the plane. It's the angle that we're rotating the plane. This can be any angle, although we're going to just focus on 90, 180, and 270 degrees. Now, when we measure degrees, we count counterclockwise. So this is actually 90 degrees. This is 180. And then all the way around to this bottom one is 270. And hopefully you know how many degrees in a full circle. If you don't, it's 360. Point of the rotation. The point of the plane is being rotated around. So when we're rotating something, let's say we have a box. There's probably a point of where we're rotating the box around. So it's going to spin on that center there. So how many degrees is a right angle measure? 90 degrees. If you don't know what a right angle is, a right angle looks like that. It's like you just take a direct turn. What does a right angle look like? Well, I just drew it. They always put this box here to represent 90 degrees, just in case you can't draw straight like I can't. When we see a right angle labeled in the picture, it is a little box, so that little box there, it represents the 90 degree angles. Straight angle is 180 degrees, and a straight angle is a straight line. How many degrees are there in a full rotation of around a circle? Spin around one set, you do a 360. How many degrees there in a quarter rotation of a circle? You take the 360 divided by 4, and you get 90. So remember, once again, positive degrees means counterclockwise, negative degrees is clockwise. And then these formulas are very important. Write them down, use them for your homework, because that's what we're going to be using to rotate these guys. So 90 degrees about the origin. So we have A, B, our coordinate here, and it's going to be transformed through a 90 degree rotation around the origin. Remember, the origin is the center. So 90 degrees is negative BA. So negative BA. Okay. So part A. So A is at 0, 0, or the origin. So we rotate it around, and it's still going to be there. Okay. So this is also A prime. B prime is at 1, 2, 3, comma 0. So we take our, so here's B 3, 0. That's going to transform. So B gets switched with A, and then B becomes opposite. Well, B is 0, and the opposite of 0 is still 0. And then A gets moved over to this slot. So 1, 2, 3. And then C is at, so here's B prime. C is at 3, 2. Okay. So this is going to get moved about. So C is 3, 2. Oops. That's going to be transformed, 90-degree rotation. 3. So 2 switches with 3, and then becomes opposite. So -2, 3. So -2, 3. And let's draw the picture. Okay. Okay. So, and then there is our image. Now, think of it this way. I'm keeping A, like pretend you're holding this triangle in your hands. I'm keeping A where it is, and I'm just moving the rest of the block 90 degrees. So that's where it'll end up. 180 degrees. So we have AB. Look at our formula here. And it turns into -A, -B. So we don't move anything around, we just make them the opposite. So A prime still in the same spot. B, so remember this is 3, 0. That'll become -3, 0. And C, which was 3, 2, becomes -3, -2. A prime, B prime, C prime. So yeah, that's what happens when you rotate 180 degrees. Okay. So when you're rotating about other points, let's say point A. Now there's 3 different methods written here, but what I like to do is create a new coordinate plane on the center point of A. So here's my new X and Y axis, and then label all the points. So for this point example is now 2, 1. Using this point A as so if this is my point of rotation, create an X and Y axis, relabel all your points, and then you can use the formula there. Another way to do it is, oops. Well, that's probably the best way to do it. There's 3 other ways here, but let's do an example. Where am I? Wrong one. I'll find it. Geometry. Homework. Week 2. I guess I probably could have paused the video, but that's okay. Alright, let's find origin, pre-image. Here we go. -1, -1. So this is the point that we're going to rotate this object around. So I'm actually just going to make my new make my new coordinate plane. And I'm not going to do the whole thing, but I'm just going to I'm just going to do a few points, just to show you as an example. So I'm going to relabel all my points. So I'm just going to use E. So E was 1, 0. On my new coordinate plane, it's actually 2, 1. Okay, now I'm going to use the formula. So they want 90 degrees. So remember that was, we start off with A, B, and then that becomes negative B, comma, A. So 2, 1 becomes negative 1, 2. So going to my new coordinate plane, negative 1, 2. So that's E prime. Okay. And then D would be, so D is 4, 0. So that would become, 4, 0. And on my new plane, it's actually 5, 1. So D is actually 5, 1 in my new plane. And that would become negative 1, comma 5. So negative 1 from my new coordinate plane, negative 1, comma. That's all these dots. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So negative 1, 2, and then negative 1, 5. 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that would be E and D. Now there's another way of doing it, and you might like this way better. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to keep these points how they are, and then use the formula. So remember, our formula is we start off with a coordinate, and then we switch A and B, and then make B negative. So we have 1, 0. That becomes that becomes 0, comma negative, or 0, comma 1. Okay. So that's the rotation of 90 degrees. So here's the 90 degrees. Now I need to move it. -1. Because we're moving around this point. That means we have to move this coordinate over, 1 to the left, and 1 up. So it kind of is really confusing. I recommend creating a coordinate plane. Sorry, this would be 1 down, -1, 0. So -1, 0. And that would be our point. Okay, let's do... It's not in the same spot. No, it's not. Alright, just do it the first method. Create your... Yeah, create... So make a dot at -1, 1. Create your new... coordinate plane. Use the formula. Well, find the new coordinates. So find E. So that 1, 0 is actually 2, 1. And then transform it. So take 2, 1, transform it, plot it. Then, after everything's done, erase your coordinate plane and then find the exact coordinates. Alright. Have a good one. I'll go more over this in class. Have a good day.